I'm just a girl that loves a good Turkish show. So we are back with another Turkish series review. And this is about another tragic love story, guys. This one is called Aşk Memnu, aka Forbidden Love, and it came out in 2008 and ran for 2 seasons. It's a family drama with a little bit of a soap opera vibe to it, but it is quite entertaining and offers some huge life lessons. I personally love the main actors in this show, so I decided to give this series a shot and watch them give another stellar performance. So the story is set in Istanbul, and it's about a beautiful, witty young woman named Batir who is struggling to find herself after losing her father, who was a prominent businessman in Istanbul. Now, Batir is trying to make her own way outside of her controlling and manipulative mother's shadow. And in an attempt to stick it to her mom, she sets her eyes on her deceased father's business friend, Adnan, who is much older than her and very wealthy. Batir's mother, Firdevs, also had her eyes set on Adnan and is shocked when she finds out that Adnan has proposed to her daughter, Batir. Now, Firdevs did everything she could to get Adnan's attention, but to no avail. So instead of becoming Adnan's wife, she will become his mother-in-law. Oof. This pill is very hard to swallow for Firdevs because she is used to getting what she wants, especially from men. Now, I would call her a man-eater, but that's a little harsh, so let's just call her a gold digger, guys. Now, Batir blames her mother, Firdevs, for her father's death because he suffered a heart attack when he found out that Firdevs was cheating on him. Batir has never forgiven her mother for this, and so the seeds of hatred are ever growing inside of her. So Adnan and Batir's wedding takes place, and Firdevs just has to suck it up and put on a happy face in a desperate attempt to hide her complete humiliation. Firdevs was hoping that her financial woes would be solved if she married Adnan, but since that didn't happen, she soon becomes bankrupt and loses everything, including her house. With nowhere to go and no money, Firdevs is forced to move in with her daughter and Adnan after the wedding, which infuriates Batir. Firdevs desperately tries to maintain her way of life in Istanbul's elite society using the wealth her daughter now shares with her new husband. Batir resents this to her core since she wants nothing more than to rid herself of her mother's controlling ways. Firdevs and Batir will eventually start to battle it out for the position of lady of the house and captain of the family. Because, you know, guys, there can only be one sultana in the palace. Adnan is a very patient, kind, and generous man who is very much in love with Batir. But it is unclear if Batir feels the same way about Adnan or if she's just following in her mother's gold-digging footsteps. Batir is obsessed with not being like her mother and tries her best to be the loving stepmother and wife to Adnan and his 2 children, but she will fail big time at this. Adnan's nephew, Beylu, also lives with them in the mansion while he's finishing college and pursuing a career in Adnan's company. Beylu is a real playboy who loves to party hard and still has a lot of growing up to do. Although many ladies have tried to steal Beylu's heart, no one has been successful until now. Beylu is instantly smitten by his uncle's new beautiful and charming bride, which catches him completely off guard. Batir and Beylu quickly become friendly with each other, and soon the friendship takes a very inappropriate turn into something else. Beylu and Batir start down a road of no return when they start to give in to their lustful passions for one another. Now, Beylu loves his uncle Adnan very much and starts to feel guilt and shame over what has now turned from an innocent friendship into a full-blown love affair. Adnan took Beylu in when he lost his parents and raised him like his own son, so this makes the betrayal even worse, guys. When rumors start to fly around the mansion of a possible inappropriate relationship between the two, they begin to feel the pressure of the consequences that await them if the affair is exposed. They desperately try to cover up their secret romance, but as their lies start to catch up with them, they realize that they have to make a choice. They have to either admit their guilt to Adnan and ask for forgiveness and the affair before Adnan finds out and no one gets hurt, or run away together. Batir is ready to run away with Beylu, but Beylu is terrified of this reality. He knows that Adnan would be crushed by this, and so he backs out. This drives Batir crazy and causes her to become depressed and angry. As you can imagine, guys, this story does not have a happy ending for anyone. I love how the writers dive into the psyche of these characters, especially Beylu. Beylu is absolutely devastated about betraying his uncle and goes to war with himself. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he can't stop himself. He's completely addicted to Batir, and his desires completely overtake him. Now, Batir is also struggling within herself and tries to get Beylu out of her head when she realizes that he doesn't want to continue with the secret affair, but she's unable to do this. Batir is very spoiled and entitled and can't believe that Beylu is rejecting her, so she becomes absolutely miserable. She starts to see her mother when she looks in the mirror and is disgusted by it, but she can't get over Beylu, and she's ready to lose everything to be with him. Batir became the woman she despised most in her life, which is quite ironic. The entire household goes through the fire because of this disgusting relationship, and innocent people will be scarred for life behind this mess. I was not expecting this story to end in the tragic way it did, so kudos to the writers for an outstanding script and unpredictable ending. I highly recommend this series to those who love a realistic drama that is slower paced with lots of character development. If you have not seen some of the older Turkish series, guys, I highly recommend that you check them out. You can watch this series and many others with English subtitles on watchturks.tv. And guys, that's all that I got on this one. Please do not forget to like, share, and sub to the channel. And until next time, güle güle.